So what is the spiritual significance of numbers 1 through 4? Hi, I'm Rev Andrew Bozeman, and this is On the Wings of Your Mind. And what we're going to do today is continue our discussion of the numbers. Now, as I mentioned yesterday, we don't really pay attention to the numbers, even though we're surrounded by them every day. In almost all aspects of our lives, we never think about numbers, except in our personal lives concerning money. For one, how much is in my paycheck? We'll have enough of groceries. Why does the price of gas keep rising? How much do I have left in my checking account? Or we think about numbers concerning time frames of importance to us, like how many shopping days till Christmas, or how many vacation days do I have left? How many days to my partner's birthday? But there's so much more to numbers than that. There's more to numbers than we can even imagine. And they're even more entwined in our lives than we realize. So what we're going to do over the next few days is give you an overview of each of the numbers, 1 through 9, and then following that, we're going to give you some insight on how to interpret those numbers and how they influence your lives. Okay? So please click on the thumbs up button, and if you haven't already done so, please choose to subscribe. Remember, I'd love to hear your thoughts and comments, questions, especially questions. You can use the chat box on the right side of the screen or the comment section just below the video if you're playing this, if you're viewing this in the replay mode. So let's get going. Starting with the number 1. Oh, I've got an image here, so let me show you the image. 1. Okay. So starting with the number 1. Number 1 is the beginning. Something started. It's also the energy of leadership, individualism, independence, achievement, pioneering. 1. That's the beginning. And let's take a look at number 2. Number 2 is the number of relationship and cooperation. So partnerships, adaptability, teamwork, consideration for others, those are all in play when the number 2 shows up. Then there's number 3. Now number 3 is the number of self-expression, creativity, if you will, the joy of living. When the number 3 shows up, the energy is for the creative arts like writing or painting or singing and acting or other expressions which are the vehicles for expressing your inner thoughts and emotions. But number 3 also represents friendship, affection, optimism, enthusiasm. Then after number 3, we've got number 4. Now number 4 is the number of work, law, order, limitation, service. The energy of the 4 is necessary to bring things down to earth, to bring things into a state of reality. So the key words when you're coming down to the number 4 are foundation, system, organization, service, and of course, work. Now in my broadcast yesterday, I shared with you that while I was doing my studies in my deeper spiritual work, that I had encountered the number 4 because I had an apartment that was a number 4 apartment. Now, even though the building address, as I told you yesterday, the building address was a highly spiritual vibration. The building address uh, came out to a 33, 33 being master teacher, spiritual master teacher. Uh, but okay, so the building was a 33 master teacher, but it was necessary to temper it with the work and foundation of the number four to organize it, understand it, and bring it down into my reality. So my apartment was number four. Inside of a spiritual building, my apartment was number four, the number of work, foundation, organization, order, law, all those things. So he brought it into my reality, make it and made it possible for me to be able to grow from it and to turn it around to begin to teach it to others, so that the work that needed to be done was being reinforced and supported by the number four of my apartment. So what I'm doing here is initially giving you the simple, basic meanings of the individual numbers as a starting point. Now, admittedly, the numbers won't usually show up as single numbers. They're going to show up in combination with other numbers. But in order to effectively be able to interpret them, interpret those combinations, you have to know the basic definitions of the words to begin to work with them, to begin to understand how they interact with each other. So today we covered the basics of the numbers 1 through 4. 1, leadership, individualism, independence, achievement, pioneering, the start of something. 2, partnerships, adaptability, teamwork, consideration for others, the energy of cooperation and relationships. 3, affection, optimism, enthusiasm, fun, the energy of self-expression, creativity, joy of living. And finally, the number 4 was foundation, system, organization, service, the energy of work, limitation, law, order, reality, the things that are needed to bring it down into material form. So tomorrow, Wednesday, we're going to tackle the numbers 5, 6, 7, and 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. In the meantime, let's close with prayer. Thank you, Infinite Intelligence, for bringing us together in this life so that we may become spiritual warriors and joining the work we have come here to do. Thank you, Infinite Intelligence, for bringing us into this space of awareness and a deeper understanding of ourselves and our relationship to life and infinite intelligence. Thank you for showing us who we really are. We open our minds and hearts to the truth of our being. We are the children of God. We are individualized expressions of infinite intelligence. And because we are part of the greater whole, we're beginning to understand our value to the continuity of life on this planet. And as we become channels of your power, infinite intelligence, we can feel your presence within ourselves and within our lives more and more. We know that as we feel your presence within our lives every day, we will rise because we are no longer cut off from you by being immersed in the darkness of fear, anger, and the pain of unforgiveness. So we are now restoring our connection through the grace of forgiveness, knowing that as we learn to forgive ourselves and the pain that we have caused to ourselves, and as we learn to forgive those who have inflicted pain upon us, our connections will grow stronger and our lives will grow happier and healthier and more prosperous. And for this we are truly grateful. As above, so below, as within, so without. And so it is. Amen. Okay, so I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. We're going to cover the numbers 5, 6, 7, and 8. Please click on the thumbs up button below the video. And if you have any questions, which I'd love to hear, questions, thoughts, comments, please use the chat box on the right side of the screen or use the comment section below the video if this is a replay. Again, I am Reverend Andrew Bozeman, And this has been On the Wings of Your Mind.